Have you ever had someone suddenly turn on you? Maybe a friend, a sibling, even a coworker, and you're just sitting there thinking, wait, what? Where did that come from? Maybe they started acting cold. Maybe they confronted you with twisted half truths or started gossiping behind your back. Or worse, maybe they started defending the narcissist who hurt you. And it makes no sense, right? Until you realize what's going on. You're not just dealing with a narcissist anymore. You're dealing with they're flying monkeys. Yep. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, I'm Nova, a trauma-informed counselor and founder of Brighter Outlook Narcissistic Abuse Counselling. I talk about narcissistic abuse in all its sneaky, soul-crushing forms and how to actually heal from it. So if you're into real talk, strategies and validation that makes you go, oh my goodness, yes, please hit that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up, a like, and stick around because there is so much where this came from. Okay, let's get into flying monkeys because this is one of the most confusing, frustrating, and honestly hurtful parts of the narcissistic abuse cycle. So, what are flying monkeys? Well, the term comes from the Wizard of Oz, those ugly little monkeys that the witch dispatched to do her dirty work. That's where the term comes from. Flying monkeys are people the narcissist uses to do their dirty work. They can be family members, friends, mutual acquaintances, even your own children in some heartbreaking cases. And they usually don't even know they're being used. Well, some of the time they don't know. Much of the time they're just as toxic as the narcissist. So the narcissist wants to punish, control, and isolate you, but without getting their hands dirty. So they spin a story, usually full of half truths, distortions, and emotional bait. And then they sit back and they let the flying monkeys carry out the smear campaign, the guilt trips, the gaslighting, or even just the stone cold silent treatment. Real talk, it's not always obvious. Flying monkeys don't always come in screaming and threatening. Sometimes, a lot of the time, it's subtle. Sometimes it looks like, oh, she's really struggling. Maybe you should call her and apologize. Or he's just worried about you. He didn't mean to hurt you. You're being a bit dramatic, aren't you? You know how sensitive he is, or the classic line, you're tearing the family apart. Sound familiar? It's manipulation, just relayed through someone else. And here's the kicker. You're not even mad at that person at first. You think they're trying to help, but slowly you realize they're just echoing the narcissist words, their agenda, their control. So why narcissists use flying monkeys? Why do they? Well, they thrive on control and image. So when you start to pull away or go no contact or to simply stop playing the game, they panic and they do not want to be the bad guy. Enter the flying monkey strategy. They will send out their entourage instead of confronting you directly, which could damage their image. They recruit their followers to question or attack you or just to simply be their eyes and ears. They play the victim to mutual friends. They use guilt and obligation to reel you back in or to trigger a smear campaign so everyone else thinks you're the unstable one. This way, they still look calm, in control, and oh so reasonable, while you look like the angry, bitter, unstable one for reacting. And if you do react, boom, you've just proven this story. Here is a client example of mine. By the way, guys, if you'd like to have a one-on-one Zoom counseling session with me, please just see my website link in the description and in my bio. I'd love to be able to support you online. So let's talk about the family divide, okay? We'll call this person Ali. So Ali went low contact with her narcissistic mother after years of emotional abuse. She did all the right things. She went to therapy. She found her boundaries. She did her inner child work. But suddenly her aunt started calling. She's devastated, the aunt said. She doesn't understand why you hate her. Don't you think you're being too harsh? She's your mother. And just like that, all the progress Ali had made, she was back in that cycle of guilt, shame, anxiety. The narcissist had changed. She just outsourced the abuse. So let's talk about whether the flying monkeys know what they're doing. Well, not always. Sometimes they're what we call innocent flying monkeys. They actually think they're doing the right thing much of the time. They're not. And that's what makes it so hard when they're innocent flying monkeys. They're naive. They genuinely believe the narcissist story because narcissists are amazing storytellers. Others are people pleasers, afraid to take sides. So they just repeat what they hear. And sadly, some are mini narcissists themselves. They thrive on drama, control, and loyalty tests, but the result is the same. You feel alone. You feel misunderstood and up on, which is exactly what the narcissist wants. So, how to handle flying monkeys? Let's talk survival because this is part of the healing journey. It's next level. Here are some solid strategies. One, don't defend yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You do not owe an explanation to anyone. Parroting the narcissist version of events. Go grey rock. Be boring. Be neutral. Don't take the bait. Flying monkeys feed off emotion. Don't give it to them. Recognize the manipulation pattern. Number 3, once you name it, oh, this isn't a real concern. This is flying monkey stuff. It loses its power. Number 4, create emotional distance. Even if you can't cut someone off completely, you can stop trusting them with your truth. You can stop letting their opinion dictate your peace. Build a circle of people who get it. Surround yourself with safe, validating voices. They might mean new friends, therapists, an online support group, just people who don't say, but they're your mom, and instead say, that's not okay. Final thoughts? If you're dealing with flying monkeys, I just want you to say this. You are not crazy, you're not overreacting, and you're not the villain. You're being targeted by a system designed to isolate and punish you for setting boundaries. Flying monkeys are just one head of the narcissistic hydra, but you don't have to keep battling them. You don't have to explain. You do not have to defend. You don't have to be the bigger person. You just have to choose peace over people pleasing, truth over loyalty to dysfunction, and healing over explaining yourself to people who never want to understand you anyway. If this resonated with you guys, please subscribe to my channel. Drop a comment below. If you've dealt with flying monkeys, I want to hear your story. I read every single comment. And if you'd like to support my work, you can always buy me a cup of coffee at the link in the description. It means so much. I'm so glad you're here. You're doing the brave work, and I'll see you in the next video.